For the moment, we head to Afghanistan, and we're talking about the Taliban. They seem to have received an offer to join the CPEC, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. It's a rather serious development which poses grave security concerns for India. We'll discuss that in a bit. First, let's tell you about the development. On Monday, China and Pakistan held a meeting. In attendance were Pakistan's Foreign Secretary Sohail Mahmood and Beijing's man in Kabul, Yo Xiaoyong. He's China's special envoy to Afghanistan. So these two men met and they held a meeting over Afghanistan. This was according to Pakistan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It says they discussed humanitarian assistance to Afghanistan. They also talked about matters of mutual interest like extending regional connectivity. I have the joint statement, and this is what it says. I'm quoting. In the context of regional connectivity, both sides exchanged views on the extension of CPEC to Afghanistan to promote economic development and prosperity. Economic development and prosperity, that's what they say the aim is. But whose prosperity? It doesn't take a genius to answer that. China wants to fill the void in Afghanistan, the power vacuum created by America's withdrawal. And Pakistan wants to undermine India's interests. It wants to weaken Indian influence in Afghanistan, and none of this is a secret. Afghanistan's gains, if any, will be by default in this. Nonetheless, the Taliban is keen to pursue this. In August 2021, you might remember, when they just conquered Kabul, this is what Taliban spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid had said, and I'm quoting again. The CPEC is a useful project and we look forward to implementing Afghanistan's part of the project. So they're keen to be on board. 1 year on, they're close to achieving this. Pakistan and China want to extend the CPEC to Afghanistan. How exactly will they do that? Reports say China will build a motorway. It will link Peshawar with Kabul. This will be the foundation of Afghanistan's entry into the CPEC. Subsequently, other such motorway projects could be launched. And by the way, this project or proposal is not new. It has been discussed several times. Once in 2018, then again in 2019. On both occasions, China proposed traversing the Durand Line and making Afghanistan a part of CPEC. But Afghanistan was a democracy back then. So the government in Kabul rejected China's proposal. It feared such a motorway to Pakistan would only help terror groups like the Taliban. That was 3 years back. Now, Afghanistan is a terror regime itself. The Taliban are calling the shots and China and Pakistan want to make the most of it. India, on the other hand, has reason to worry. Afghanistan's entry into CPEC could spell trouble for India on several fronts. First of all, it weakens India's position as an economic and strategic partner of Afghanistan. Despite the Taliban coming to power, India has maintained this role for security reasons. It remains one of the biggest regional donors to Afghanistan. With the extension of CPEC, China could overshadow India's role. It could disrupt India's economic and trade activities in Afghanistan. Second, given India's limited strategic depth in Afghanistan, the extension of CPEC will give Pakistan the upper hand, a smoother passage for the flow of arms and terrorists, not to mention a better chance of using them against India. And with these security threats in mind, the Ministry of External Affairs in India has issued a statement. This is what it says. Any such action by any party directly infringes on India's sovereignty and territorial integrity. India firmly and consistently opposes projects in the so-called CPEC, which are in Indian territory that has been illegally occupied by Pakistan. Such activities are inherently illegal, illegitimate and unacceptable and will be treated accordingly by India. So India has registered its objection. But the Afghanistan challenge is only set to rise for New Delhi. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.